We're going to start working on the train. The train is a great project that you really start putting some of your skills together. I recommend try and go through the drawings on your own to see if you can build the parts, especially after the first piece, once we go through this. So if you look at this first part, which everyone should have, this is the basic train. And so what I see here is a rectangle on the bottom, a cylinder here, and like a unique shape on the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build onto that. So I'm going to start off with the bottom part. Remember, we talked about in class how these arrows and the lines show us what we're dealing with, right? So like if you want to figure out the shape of this rectangle on the bottom, well, first we'll start off with the 2D of it. So how far is it from side to side? So that's from here to here. The lines that match up with that are on the bottom. So this is 2 inches for one, and then this direction is the other one. And so that line there and that line there, that's 5.5 inches. So, oops. We're going to create a new part, standard IPT. And any one of these is fine. We can start off with a rectangle, and you could just kind of put it there, and then we could dimension it. And it was 2 inches. So it's too big, so we can scroll out, if you remember, with the wheel. And then I think it was 5.5 inches. Yeah, 5.5. You can see that. Now, how thick is this? How tall is it? There's a lot of lines kind of together here. If I look here, that's kind of too short. The only real line that connects to this one is this line here. And I go where the arrow is. Oh, this arrow points to it, and it's from the bottom. So that's 8.5. That's how big that's going to be. So I'll finish our sketch and make it 3D. And that's 0.875, I think. All right. And dimensioning from here on out is like very, very important. The next piece we're going to do is this cylinder here. So we'll kind of figure out where it starts at, and then we'll go from there. So let's put a sketch here. And to start off with our cylinder, gotta make a circle. We could have also started off with a point and dimensioned it, which is great too. So let's look. So we're dimensioning it from the center of the circle to the bottom. And I don't know how much that is, but I see a center of the circle, and I really only see 2 lines that come to that. So this line over here doesn't really help us, but this line that goes all the way down here and to the bottom there is 1.75. That's that. If you remember, this is 2 inches wide, and we could see that here. That's 2 inches wide, and so that's right in the middle, and so that's 1 inch. Every kind of dimension should really have 2 dimensions. That's 1 inch. Now, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, this is okay, but this circle is not the right size. This is a radius. Remember that all circles in Inventor are done with diameter. So I already forgot, 0.75. I'll do 0.75 times 2, because it told us the radius. We need to find the diameter. Let's look. Oh, I messed it up. See how that's 0.375? So I'll just double click. 1.375. I'll finish that. Now, this is going to go back, which is great. But I'm going to have to do some math to figure that out. Because the only thing I see here is this 1.75, but that's from the back to there. That's not from here to here. So we'll have to do 5.5 minus 1.75, which is 3.75. And that gives us this distance here. So we'll extrude. We'll put in 3.75. It's going the wrong way. And so to change that, if you remember, there's all these options here. We can change it. And now it's cutting. We don't want it to cut. We want to join. We want to add it. And then our final piece for this video is going to be the top, or this section over here. And the only thing I really know about this is this distance, and that was 1.75 from before. And I just know that it's that wide because it's the same width. Okay. Now, this part is curved, so I don't really know how big that is. This tells us down here, but it's kind of off. So I am just going to kind of make it taller than it needs to be, knowing that we're gonna have to mess with it to make it that curve. So this is video 1 of the train.